Welcome to my journey of minimalism. So basically what I'm trying to do is get rid of all the clutter, and I have been working on this for many years, really. I have a house and eventually I'm going to get rid of the house. I've gotten rid of most of the furniture. Instead of my desk that would be behind you, it's just a folding table. You just fold up, 30 bucks. I had a big old wooden desk that was so heavy, and I got rid of that. And there's so much to talk about, but in this first installment I just want to let you know that I am on the road to having less stuff, and I'm in the process of going through a bunch of papers and becoming paperless as much as I can. This whole wall here was filled with stuff, so I've gotten it narrowed down to, it's still a lot of stuff, but I've gotten it narrowed down somewhat, and I'm starting to take pictures off the walls. This room has to be repainted, the carpet has to be redone, and before I sell the house, so and I just want to downsize to something small, affordable. I don't want to own a house anymore. So what I'm going to try to do is post pictures so you can see the difference before and after. And I'm going to talk about before and after and try to give you an update at least once a month. Or we'll see how it goes. I may want to give you an extra update in a month, but I just want you to join me on this journey, because all of this clutter, all of this mess is just overwhelming my mind. And as an artist, as a musician, and as a photographer, I have a really difficult time, especially as I'm getting older, and a few health concerns with my mind. You know, I've had a lot of concussions in my life, so I could be suffering from the CTE, so I have to get down to something really small in my life, up here and here. Okay, then I think I can create more stuff, more music, the stuff that I really want to, and the photography. I love photography. I've got a couple photography books available online. So what I'm trying to do is just go online, store all of my stuff, all of my paperwork and stuff, scan it, store it in the cloud, store it on hard drives, and that way it's just easier for me to manage instead of all these books and papers. I mean, this whole room used to be just jam-packed with stuff. This is my music room. So I'll give you an update as time goes on. Okay, here we go. This is the journey to having less stuff. Okay, one of the steps that I've done throughout the whole house is taken a lot of these bookshelves. I had a huge bookshelf there, and I have had a lot of bookshelves, those prefab ones, throughout the house. I think I had like 6 of them. I got rid of all of them, and I put up, you know, something similar to this, and that way when I move, those can stay. I just take the stuff off the shelves, which I'm currently trying to get rid of most all the stuff there, so I have as little as possible. So that's one example of what I have done in the past several months. It's another example of the shelf that I made that can stay when I move, but I still have the same amount of space that I had this prefab cabinet here, which got pretty old, so I junked it, and it's great. It really is. I've done this throughout the whole house. Alright, I just got done sawing my desk up into pieces, and I'm going to salvage these pieces with the drawers for like tools down in the basement, and they can stay with the place. when I move. And I put this table here for my computer, and that works just fine. I mean, that way it's easy, light, boom. Same way with that one there, you know. I had a huge mess over here with a lot of desktop stuff, and so I'm just cutting down, cutting back. So I think I did a pretty good job with this. It was not easy sawing this by hand, but I did. Okay, this is something here, this shelf here is something I built in high school, believe it or not. And that was quite a long time ago, I think 1981 or 80. And I have some extra lumber here, 2x4s, that I'm going to build the shelves with. And it doesn't require any permanent fastening of the shelves. If I want to just take it down, I could just slip it all out. It's just going to fit tightly and serve the purpose. But it'll look part of the house. It'll look like it's part of the house. I won't have to mess with it. So like this here, I have to mess with it. I have to, if I'm going to move or something, I have to move the thing. Okay, that was the problem with all the bookshelves. So what I'm going to do is cut this. I'm going to cut these. I'm going to cut here, and I'm going to cut here. I'm going to cut this thing apart, okay, and use those as the permanent shelves for part of the house. So I don't have to take this with me when I move, or if something happens to me, people don't have to come in and have to move that thing, okay? It'll be part of the house, and I'll show you the end result in a little while. But as you can see, I've been doing that over here too, okay? See, this is part of the house now. I needed the shelf space. That's a tremendous amount of shelf space. And it becomes part of the house. I've been doing this all over the house. And if I have to move, I just take the boxes. Don't have to worry about moving big, bulky furniture. So this is a step in being more minimal, or being a minimalist. It's a good step. What I did here was I cut up my old high school project, and I saved these shelf boards here. So there's the remnants of the old high school project, and then I built these shelves here. These are heavy duty, and they will be part of the house once I'm done, and I'm going to paint these the same color as the bedroom upstairs, and you'll see the finished product. So I'm salvaging old lumber I had, an old high school project, and I won't have to move that thing. When I move, it's all going to be part of the house. So I think it's a good step toward minimalism. Alright, let me get busy and do some painting. Okay, do you see what I mean? There's the shelves. They're going to stay with the place, and I don't have to worry about them, and they can store a lot more than those smaller ones because they're a little wider. Went all the way to the wall. The bottom shelf fits really snug, so it's holding those, it's holding the 2x4s against the wall real tight. The top one's very snug too. This one had a little bit of play, but not much. And they're 5 plywood, 5 ply. Down here I left it open, and I did it like that because that way I can do easy cleaning. It's just up against the baseboard there, and that'll hold a lot of weight. I ain't worried about that. But anyway, that takes care of 2 bookshelves I don't have to worry about. Does it really look like we're into 2.5 weeks of spring? No.